my action should take them by surprise. Because what was supposed to be a distraction will leave them looking stupid like, what in the world just happened? But see, what you need to know is that I dealt with a devil like you before when I was on the first floor. And because I passed that test, you can put your shenanigans down and take a rest. Honey, ain't nobody jealous about your hair. I would have rather bought myself a round trip airfare. And see, I'm not going to be entertained by your devil-driven behavior because I've learned how to put people like you in prayer. And see, although you're not on the corner in the morning at 2, best believe me, the devil is pimping you. Honey, he got you out here performing like a clown with your hair done. Walking around saying, look at me, I'm the devil's next big dummy. Honey, you better learn how to stop letting these imps turn you into a whip. Pick up your towel. Don't throw it in because of a clown. This thing ain't about you. And who ain't talked to you, who offended you, who ain't say happy birthday to you, who did not invite you. It's about him. Yes. And it's about you carrying your cross so that you can witness to them, so that you can love them, serve them, but don't judge them. And then I had to tell myself, honey, it's about time that you learn how to fight a good fight. The type of fight that puts you at the top because you fought right. Instead, every time you get hurt, you want to hop, skip, and jump on over to another church. But remember, people rolling their eyes make you cry. So best believe me, there will be another imp at that other church waiting on you. But this time, why don't you decide to stick around for the weather and let it rain so that you can grow yourself some character? Because the next woman coming through that door may be a sister that just can't take it no more. I see you may have to shoulder. Because how many of you know that there's nothing like a hug from a wounded soldier? Hallelujah! Guys down the line! Guys down the line! Come on now. Hey! Okay. Now my next poem is called Dear Sister Girl. This is my last piece. Dear Sister Girl. See, you may not have this in it, but thank God that you have a mama that's looking out for you. And if you ain't got that type of a mama, thank God that you got an auntie who can sometimes take you away from all of the drama. See, if you got a bed, a roof over your head, and you're not lying down on the floor, then honey, tell me what you're complaining for. See, all we ask is that you show some respect, bring home a decent grade, and I'll go ahead and make sure that all the bills are being paid. See, there's nothing wrong with going to school and having a nice social life. But see, there's a problem if your name is always coming up when there's a fight. See, could this mean that you are running around with the wrong crowd? You know, the girls that like to talk so loud, thirsty for attention that it puts them in detention? See, I don't believe that Dr. Martin Luther King paved the way so that you can sit in a classroom and be disrespectful because you think that you always got something to say. Honey, you ain't got nothing to say. Amen. Yes. Because if you lived back in Harriet Tubman's days, you would have learned how to hold your tongue after you seen your daddy hug. And see, I'm not going to buy into your excuse that you have an excuse to act crazy just because you want to see your daddy. Honey, back in those days, children were separated from their daddies all the time. But they could not use that as an excuse to go and lose their mind. They had to learn how to work, although it hurt in the field. Even after they seen their daddy killed, they were still expected to prepare their master's meal. See, there's nothing new under the sun. What that means is that we all have experiences that we had to overcome. Some you might be able to learn from. Honey, a lot of us had it rough. A lot of us had it tough. We had people in our lives that tried to touch us and take advantage of us. And some of us had parents that weren't there and siblings that we barely even seen. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying that we all have a story, you see. Like when I was 13, I suffered from a very high case of low self-esteem. I thought my nose was too round and my skin was too brown. And see, my best friend, she was mixed with Indian and her hair almost touched the ground. And I was like, God, I'd be so happy. If I had all her hair, that's the only thing keeping me from being truly happy. And then I would sit on the couch and watch all the TV shows, looking at all the beautiful girls with their nice clothes on, knowing now that the entertainment world can be very mean to an insecure little girl. And see, it's not a cliche when the church women would say, honey, you better learn how to love yourself and nobody else will. But see, it would have been easier for me to digest that if they could put self-esteem inside of a pill. And then I drove myself crazy because I so desperately wanted to be somebody else and look like somebody else that I woke up one day and I tried to hurt myself. I got in a very bad situation, and the doctors told my mama to put me on some medication. But see, now I wish that I can rewind the hands of time, and if so, I will have a talk with a little girl who had the same name as mine. And I will say, little girl, beauty is not defined by the things that are in this world, but it's when you know how to be yourself. And you understand that God has put some things inside of you that this world will never ever see in anybody else. Honey, he cares about the big things and he cares about the little things. Honey, he will show you what to do with those old raggedy blue jeans to make it look like you just stepped out of Jet magazines. Honey, he even cares about your hair. He will give you ideas as to what you can do to make it look like you just got out of a beautician's chair. Honey, he will show you what 2 lotions to rub together to make you smell better than Victoria's Secrets forever. And then I will say, go and apologize to your mama for putting her through all this unnecessary drama. See, what you need to know is that your brown skin, it represents the family you're in. Your coarse hair, you get that from your great-grandmother Claire, and that round nose that you have is the same nose that your great-grandfather had. And then I would say, stop saying you want to be pretty. Honey, anybody can be pretty. Pretty ain't nothing but an accessory. A dog can put on a tutu and some stilettos and walk around here and call itself pretty. Pretty is something that you put on and you take off when you get home. But honey, you better learn how to be beautiful, because it's something that can only come from your soul. To let this old crazy world know. See, I got my own beauty. It comes from within, and that is why I set my own beauty trend. My name's Felicia. That's a lot.